What's
All right,
this?
we are live. Hello,
All right.
everyone. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? Um,
Chilling, chilling.
chilling. All right, perfect
All right.
Monday today. All right, let's get started. So, my
All
name is
right.
Daniel Yang. This is our fourth podcast for today, for
All
this
right.
year, and I'm with my co-host Thomas Kawase, and
What's
he's
up?
gonna explain. He's gonna explain some demonstrations about workouts today.
Well, actually, I wanted to start today with just like this random story that I thought of, or like it's like an old like it's like a true. It's true, but it's just like I kind of like forgot about it. Like no, like this like those random stories like you just forget about like, and then I just randomly like remembered it last night. Like it was like fucking okay, like to give context like to who I am, like I've been running since like I was super young. Like I was always good at running, like even in like elementary school and shit. But like no, dude, I it was dude, this is like a weird memory. Like I haven't really told anyone this either. Like
Hmm.
it's like no, dude, in elementary school, we used to run laps and I would always just like kill that shit. But then I remember like there were kids that like would spit on me and shit. Like
Oh man,
and
you've been bullied or
like
what?
dude, yeah, it was so random. Like I'm just like I completely like I randomly just like remembered. I'm like, what the fuck? Like
And that's why
that
you got
shit
into running?
actually happened. Like I remember like yeah, because we would run laps. Like in like elementary schools and shit during PE, you just do like laps. And
Yes, absolutely.
I would just kill that shit. Like easily like lap everyone and shit. But I remember like people would be like spitting and like tripping me and shit. Like I
Oh
completely
man.
forgot that.
Oh
That
man.
shit's that's so weird. Like
That's kind of that's kind of foul though, to be honest with you. Just
no,
everyone should have
yeah,
some little bit of sportsmanship, man.
dude,
A
yeah,
little foul.
dude.
Um, you just reminded me, like back in Mount Sac, like I remember those invites where there's like so many people. People would just start shoving people
Oh, dude,
during the
yeah, I
start
remember
of the
that.
race.
Dude, because
Everyone's
it's
just
just a
like,
funnel. Like,
it's just too
fuck,
crowded. Everyone's just like wants to, and honestly, like even for the start too, there's so many people,
dude,
like over
yeah.
100
No, I remember
people.
one race. It was called like, dude,
Yeah, was
people just trip, and you gotta
yeah,
get the
over a
second
hundred
gun.
people. Yeah, everybody. There's sometimes they have like a second gun, but like over 100 people, and it's just crazy because like people fall, people get injured that way, and like everyone just wants to get like a start route so they don't get like trapped in the back. And it's just like
Dude,
it just
yeah.
kind of sucks. Yeah,
No,
and like you said about your story, just to add on to that, like back in when I was in middle school and high school, elementary school, I actually kind of knew that hey, I wanted to get into running. I think it was middle school, 100-mile club is when I actually really started to get into running. We did have a cross country team and track and field team in Suzanne middle school,
uh-huh.
but like I didn't really like join because I was a little bit like afraid. But I was part of like something called the 100-mile club,
Okay, what's
and
that?
and the
What's that?
100-mile club is all about like trying to get 100 miles in 1 year. So like I've been able to like be able to get like 100 miles. Actually, no, in 3 years actually. They wanted you to get 100 miles in 3 years, and they have incentives. So I remember if you
Dude,
reached 50, you get like a T-shirt. 75, you get like a blue T-shirt. 100 miles, I think you get like a like a bag, like
it's
a
pretty
like
good.
a no like a I forgot what's it called, the one of those bags.
The drawstring bag or
Yeah,
whatever.
drawstring. Yeah, the
Yeah.
drawstrings bags, and then 150 you get like a sweatshirt. So it's pretty cool. It's just like incentives, and then every time you run, like I think it was like 8 laps equals 2 miles, right? So 4 laps is like 1 mile, right? So if you ran like 8 laps, like the standard's always like 8, 10. Like I remember I kept getting faster and faster, and like finishing like second or third in my PE class. So I realized, hey, like this is
Dude.
probably this is probably where it's at.
Yeah. No,
And I
honestly. Like,
I remember turkey trot races and stuff. Like, I'll be able to
dude,
finish like
yeah,
top 10. Like,
yeah,
I got
yeah,
like
yeah.
fourth or third place, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I remember I got fourth, and I think I got first at like some random turkey trot.
Yeah, yeah. So
So,
I really just like grew to love cross country and track by then. But like you did track and field
dude, yeah,
and cross
honestly,
country
like,
4 years, right?
yeah, like I feel like I'm lucky I found it so early. Like even like though like people trip me and shit, like spit at me, like I still like really like running. Like I was like, bro, like you can't take that shit away from me. Like
You just want to run faster because they don't treat you with respect, and I think that's just kind of foul. Like
yeah,
I
I
feel like
know.
people.
Like I wonder if people like still have that kind of mindset. Cause I know people won't like spit at me anymore, like cause they're not kids, like cause it was like elementary school. But like hopefully people don't have that mindset where they're just like mad because they can't do
Yeah,
something.
like when you're an adolescent and when you're like a kid, it's like pretty easy. Like you do stupid
Yeah.
stuff, right? But like now, like yeah, especially in high school, sportsmanship is such a important thing. Like we either you get first or second. Like even though like it doesn't at the end of the day, honestly, everyone's here to have fun, right? And like I
Yeah.
know it's
No,
a
running
competition.
you is like you're running your own race.
Exactly. And I know it's like a competition. Yes, it is a competition, but we also want to win like the right way. My coach taught me, hey, like we're pretty humble. You win, we win. Oh, we owe top three, right? But we don't brag about that. We literally are pretty humble. Great
Yeah.
sportsmanship. You finish, give everyone a high five. Even your teammates and teammates that are not part of like the person that's racing right beside you, you should give them a high five when you finish the race. I remember
Yeah.
there's so many instances where I finish and I don't
But
even know what school that kid is from, but like you could develop like it's all about networking too. Like you
dude, yeah,
don't
because
even know where they're from, but like you're
the
like, hey, like
competition makes you faster, so you're only like helping yourself. Like,
exactly, exactly, and like I think it's pretty unique too, cause like especially like my sophomore year and senior year, where like things got really pretty intense when at West Covina, and like they are my friends. I remember doing a lot of research on like their times and their
yeah.
background and getting to know them. Actually, I developed really good friendship. I actually like still connect with them on Snapchat. I have their
Yeah,
Instagram.
I feel
I
like
have
just runners are generally
and
chill. Like,
they're from different schools, and it's pretty cool. Like honestly, like
yeah,
it's not even just like it's not even just our sport. I feel like other sports like tennis and dance team and like any like swim, like they all like everyone goes to these meets and like they meet with so many different people, which I love because like
yeah,
these meets it's just filled with so many people,
yeah.
right?
And the competition's just like it only elevates you. Like,
It goes yeah.
like
It
literally
goes
someone like being faster than me at running, this has no effect on like me getting like shittier or something. You know what I mean? Like it could literally like I could just learn from like people better than me, worse than me. Like it only makes competition only makes me better. Like I feel like, but I wonder if like some people like the people in like my elementary school were like tripping out like because they were just not able to keep up or something. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. I know what you mean. Like some people, I don't know why, but they can't keep up, right? Like they sometimes get slower or sometimes it's like your potential like you have more potential when you improve. So it really depends. Everyone like I feel
you
like
got
e- everyone has a peak, right?
yeah.
There's a
I mean
peak,
like
but like I can never be as fast as probably Brandon or Parker, the old twins, but I feel like I can get very close to them, is what I'm
yeah.
saying.
I mean like yeah, we all run our own race. Like
Right.
it's like we're not all gonna be Olympians.
Every-
Like
Everyone's body is like fit in a different way. Like everyone's like diet and body is a different way. Like everyone, I believe though, like all for all the viewers watching, like honestly, like you got to get out there and you have to really like utilize like every potential you have within running. And you always have to have this mindset that yes, I can. run faster. I like to use like music to like for motivation and stuff. But like there's always like always set a goal.
Yeah, everyone can improve. Like you can like even if you're like the shittiest runner in the world, you could still improve. And even if you're like the
People
fastest, you could still improve as well. Like
exactly.
there's no
And
comparison isn't really like healthy at all, like in running. And unless you're using it as like a fun competitive thing to like make friends or something, it's not really like helping you to be competitive. Or not like competitive is like healthy, but like comparing yourself to someone like that's like not even in the same league as you, I don't know. I feel like I just like I don't know, man. Like it's just weird. I just really randomly had that thought yesterday, and I was like, holy shit! Like I haven't even thought about this, and like I don't even know why I thought about it. I was like, so
but
random.
I'd be honest with you, like life is all about the race. It's all about the race. You always want to make a move. It's all about courage. I feel like the sport has taught me a lot in leadership, but not only leadership, but like life. Like if you think about it, you got to make that move. If you're like hindering something, like
Yeah,
the second or third lap, you're like, oh man, I got to make my move. Because like it is smart to start at your own pace because a lot of people, what happens is that they pick up a project, right? And they're very excited to like get it done and like get like super excited and get as much as done as possible in the beginning. But like let's say the project is built for like a course of 10 weeks, right?
yeah,
And you first 2 weeks are hype and you do as much as you can, but guess what? Week 3, 4, 5, you lose your motivation and like everything just starts to like get worn out, right? So
yeah. You don't want to lose that motivation. Like,
exactly. So if a project is built for 10 weeks for you to complete, you have to really like set your own pace. First 2 laps, understand what's happening
yeah,
because understand what the project is. Hey, like ask your professor, ask like what not, like or like ask your boss, ask your manager. Hey, what is this project like about? And like what's our target? Get the data, get the
yeah,
facts, do your research, right? And like the first lap of race is like that. If you're running a mile,
yeah,
first lap of the race, you're always scouting. Hey, like I don't want to run the first one because there's wind in the front, but I also don't want to run in the back. But you could run in the back. I've actually started races where I went from the very back all the way to third place. Done that
yeah.
before.
I hate that. I low-key
I've
like
done.
just going out. Like,
I've done that. I've done that. Second and third lap literally is
yeah,
when I start making my moves. And third lap is like when I'm like I have to really really push. And it's like the project, right? Your second and
yeah,
third lap, your fourth or fifth week, you got to really put in that work. 6 week, 7 week, got to put some finishing touches. 8 and 9 is put the cream on top of the cake, right? And it's like
yeah. You
we're
really
done.
just can't win the race on that first lap. You can't win the race in the first lap.
So,
Like,
yeah. So you cannot crash and burn. People like what I'm teaching everyone is like, hey, can't crash and burn. Life is literally like a race. It's literally like a race, and it's cross country. Like that's in terms of track and field, and that's clear cut because you can see like the entire track almost, right? But like
yeah,
if you're talking about cross country, there's always obstacles in life, and I feel like cross country is such a great sport because especially like running, like for us, like running club is very similar to cross country. There's so much like obstacles on the road, and our trails. There's so many different trails too. I run from concrete to horse trails, dirt to like grass. Like it's like so different. And
sand, just everything. Like,
sand, yeah, exactly. And the elevation's different, right? The
yeah,
the the
everyone's got a
elevation's different.
different trail. Like,
And do you always set like where you're gonna run? Because I don't. I run out, right? And I'm like, okay, today
yeah,
I'm feeling this. Today I'm feeling that. Today I feel like, hey, I want to challenge. I want to go up that hill, right?
yeah.
But you don't really set, right?
Sometimes I set like a minimum or maximum, but like I'm just like, all right, I just want to go. I just want to get out. Like just get a couple miles in.
Absolutely. You first start off going out there, right?
Yeah,
And then you never know. The other day I ran 10 miles and I didn't expect to run 10 miles. I
dude,
started off
that's
feeling like
crazy.
I started, you know what? I actually started
How was
feeling
it?
like hey, it was very good. I ran all the way. We have a hill called Three Oaks. Ran all that and all right behind the canyon too. And when I hit the peak, when I hit the top of the mountain, I was like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
is what I've like really came for." And like listen to
Hey,
music and that back part of the mountain is like so scenic. Like you can see Los
Oh
Angeles.
yeah,
I can
fuck.
see Los Angeles all
That's
the way
lit.
from
That's
my
lit.
city, Walnut. And yeah, it's really like like in Cars, like how they took the drive in the water fountain. I don't know if you watch Cars, like the Disney movie, like
Yeah, yeah, I saw the first two.
yeah, the first two, right? So like the
Yeah.
first movie, if you remember, they took that drive. They took a drive, Sally
Fuck.
and Lightning McQueen, and they saw like the waterfall. Like it's literally
Oh,
like that.
I
Or
feel like I
even
know
like
what you
the
mean.
ride. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
just like
I know the ride, yeah, but like,
yeah.
dude, no, long runs are fucking amazing, man. Like, it's just like the runner's high.
It's definitely all about
Fuck.
exploration, man. It looks like we're almost out of time.
Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about?
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, we're
Uh, I guess like, or for me, like I just been getting into stretching more, just to keep the longevity, because I feel like that's like the slept on like key to like for the long run. You know what I mean? Like, because if I like stretch every like other day, it helps me be able to run every other day, like easier. Just
better
feels,
endurance. It's all about
yeah,
that endurance. You
feels
definitely want
easier.
to lubricate. It's kind of like a car. You want to lubricate your wheels. You want to make sure that
Yeah,
your brake
yeah,
pads
yeah,
are functional. You want to make sure that you start the car. You start the engine, right? A lot of people start the engine and they start driving away, right? But really, the right way to drive and to maintain your car is to warm up your car
yeah,
and wait for like about like the car to heat up, the engine to heat up, and then drive. And it's similar to running. You gotta stretch.
yeah,
You gotta start your engine, start your body, and start moving. And honestly, like every workout, I love to do abs because it's the core
dude.
part of it is such an important part
It
because
is, it is.
you
I'm starting to
run, you
realize.
run. Yeah, you run it, right?
Yeah,
You run, you get skinny, but you don't build any muscle and you don't build extra endurance. But if you do core, you build muscle, you build more endurance, you last longer. So that's what I
yeah,
realized because I couldn't hit 10 miles all right away. I usually run 4 to 5 miles, and then I'm like, oh, I'm already tired, and I already want to turn back home, right?
yeah, yeah,
But I feel like because I've been doing core for the last 2 or 3 weeks already, like I've developed more of endurance, and that's
yeah.
the
I feel
important part
that.
for everyone.
Yeah, I've realized core is like I really engage the core when I go up hills. Like
Absolutely.
you could feel it. Yeah.
Absolutely. But anyways, everyone should take a challenge. Um, and that you guys should do that every
Just
day, every
yeah, just
week
start
at
stretching.
least. Start
Just
stretching, everyone.
5 minutes.
5 minutes and start running out there. All right. And remember to follow us on Instagram, Running Club at UCR. Email us if you have any questions. Also join our Facebook group. We'll usually post updates on there. And thank you so much for everyone listening. All right. And thank you so much, Thomas.
All right. See you.
Yep.
Peace.
Thank you.